Welcome to our podcast where we go deeper beyond what's trending, beyond the headlines, and today beyond the stereotype of homeopathy. I have with me a renowned homeopathic practitioner known not just for his medical expertise but also for his compassionate approach towards homeopathy. So let's get right into it. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today. Would you mind starting off by telling our listeners a bit about yourself, your journey, your work, and what drives you in your field?
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I am Dr. Mrugant Meghani. I have done my MD and PhD in homeopathy. I have dedicated my career in practicing homeopathic medicine, and currently I am a professor at a homeopathic medical college in Rajkot. What really inspired me to pursue this path is my father, Dr. N.J. Meghani. While growing up, I have seen him serving humanity selflessly through his work in the field of homeopathy.
It's really special. I can tell how much he means to you. And honestly, I have heard amazing things about him too. He's definitely one of those names, which really stands out in homeopathy. Let's begin with the most common question. So, why do all the homeopathic pills look like a little candy balls? Like, where is the actual medicine in that? Are they all same or is something secretly happening behind the scenes?
No, they are not all the same. They are actually the carriers, or in our terms, we call them vehicles. Once they are medicated with liquid medicines, which we call as dilutions, they will become medicines. But without proper name written on the files or containers, they will be same for all of us. So when we dispense them, we have to keep that in mind which medicine we are transferring to the patient's file, and that will make the difference.
Yes, I completely agree with you, sir. The globules in homeopathy are essentially vehicles which carries the dilution that we add to them. Many people still doesn't really know what homeopathic medicines are. There's often confusion because they look like a simple sugar pills.
Yes, true.
To explain it further to our listeners, in homeopathy, dilutions are made through a specific process called potentization, where the original substance is diluted in steps. With each dilution, the material substance becomes less and the therapeutic potential increases. It is easy to understand if we compare this concept with evolution of technology. For example, years ago machines were huge, like you needed large computers to do a basic task. But today, same can be done with a phone. It's a tiny chip which is used. The power is still there or even greater but in smaller, more refined form. In same way, homeopathy doesn't rely on quantity of the original substance, but the energy and the information it carries. So it's not about grams of substance, it's about the quantity and the way it's been prepared. So let's move ahead. Sir, is it a myth or a fact that homeopathy takes forever to work? We have often seen people saying like homeopathy is slow, but is it always true or are we missing something?
Yes, your question is correct because it is a common myth amongst the general population that homeopathy always takes a longer time to act. But no, it's not the right fact. Actually, homeopathy follows the curative path to treat a patient. So sometimes when it is dealing with a chronic illness, it takes some time. But when we are dealing with some acute illnesses or just physical illnesses which are happening because of certain maintaining causes, so if we are able to find those causes and with selection of correct homeopathic medicine, it won't take long time for sure.
Yes, I agree. But unfortunately, still homeopathy is considered as a last option after the disease has progressed and even other treatments have failed. But if introduced earlier, it can support healing much more effectively. So, many people take medications like painkiller or over-the-counter drugs daily for common issues like constipation, cold, cough or pain. Can homeopathy be used as a regular alternative for managing these everyday health problems?
Yes, homeopathy can always be used in daily ailments like common cold, constipation, any GI or gastrointestinal tract affections, anything like small injuries, day to day activities that may have caused you. Homeopathy is rather more effective in these common ailments or day to day ailments, and It is easy to take, easy to consume. Every now and then you can have it without any side effects. So I will say homeopathy is a go-to tool every day for any smaller ailments.
So, if the homeopathic medicines are used on the daily basis for common ailments, and we have also seen it is used for chronic treatments for a longer duration, so are there any potential side effect or long term health concerns associated with their regular use?
No, homeopathy, if taken under the guidance of proper homeopathic physician, will not give you any side effects. You can take them safely in your day-to-day ailments also, and even in acute and chronic ailments also, which are disturbing you in maintaining your normal life.
As we are talking about how safe homeopathy is, I was wondering how safe it can be, especially for a sensitive group like pregnant women, newborns, and infant. Since many medications are restricted during pregnancy and early infancy, I would like to know if homeopathic remedies are considered safe for them.
Yes, rest assured, homeopathy is very safe, very gentle, and as you know, it is very palatable for each generation or each age group of our society. Even we are frequently using the medicines for pregnant women of every trimester, even before pregnancy, after pregnancy, in case of newborns even of 1 day, and we have got excellent results for all the ailments that can occur in and around pregnancy in both mother and newborn kid.
As we are seeing a rise in behavioral disorder in early childhood like hyperactivity, aggression, and attention issues, can homeopathy offer any help in managing these conditions? Like with so many parents concerned about early intervention, I am curious about whether homeopathy can play a supportive role in this.
Yes, homeopathy is very good in relieving the behavioral disorders or behavioral traits like anxiety, anger, or any fear issues, even any sleep disorders. In those cases, homeopathies have always given fabulous results. Even certain developmental disorders like ADHD, autism, homeopathy is very helpful in managing such type of developmental disabilities in early childhood. Another thing that homeopathy also helps in certain female mental disorders. We won't say disorders, but it is disturbing females at different ages of her sexual life, like in PMS or during menopausal time, that female feel anxious or they get angered in small ailments. In these instances, homeopathy is very good. Even for the students who are having fright and fear of examination, for those who are going for interviews and they are feeling any pressure, homeopathy will give them enough confidence to fight against their fears and bring out the best results.
If any child is showing symptoms of behavioral issue, it's important to consult a homeopathic doctor for further evaluation and assistance. That said, sir, I have also heard concerns about content of medicine. Do homeopathic pills contain steroid?
No. Homeopathy has nothing which is called as steroids. No homeopaths which are practicing genuinely with homeopathy can ever give you any sort of steroids. The only reason that people doubt homeopaths are using steroids is because some miraculous results, which are many times framed as impossible or lifelong illnesses by allied sciences and homeopathy with properly curated similar medicines, they are giving you the excellent results even in autoimmune conditions and certain diseases which are framed as incurable in allied sciences. So when patients get result in such conditions and then they go back to their allied physicians, then they many times do not understand how this can be possible, and they tell their patients that this can be happen with the usage of steroids only, which is not the actual practice in homeopathy. Rather, it is never being used in homeopathy.
It was great talking with you. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. If you have enjoyed this episode, please share it with the fellow practitioners, students, and even skeptics.
Sure, we will be back with more deeper insights in the field of homeopathy, case discussions, remedy selections, positive results, positive patient responses, and yes, the most important, healing to the patient, which is the first and only mission of the homeopathic physician as given by Master Hahnemann. So till then, stay safe, stay grounded, and may God bless us all.
Sure, sir. There is so much more to explain about homeopathy. We will definitely be back. In meantime, let us know in comments what topics you would like to discuss next.